today's video is going to be on building muscle and going from being a skinny guy to actually, putting on some weight. And I feel very confident that I can speak on this because I used to be skinny, which I'll put on the screen, and now I've managed to build some muscle. So a little backstory about me before we jump into it is when I was in high school, I was always a scrawny kid. I was probably 130, 140 pounds at 5'11", and I was just weak. I was unconfident. I've been there. I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and not have an appetite. I know what it's like for people to just tell you to just eat more, and you're like, but I can't eat more because I'm not hungry. So in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. And I'm going to go through 2 different steps that I can guarantee if you just follow and you stay consistent, they will work. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to some kitchen footage. I'm going to show you the exact thing that I would eat if I was in your shoes. It's pretty much the exact meal plan that I follow now, even being on a lean bulk. So we're going to jump right into it. If you guys have any questions, always leave a comment below, but this is going to be no BS advice to finally go from being super skinny to actually getting jacked. So the 2 things that you are going to need for this to work and for you to finally build muscle and gain weight is you are going to need to start consuming liquid calories. And before you're like, Eric, that's so simple, that's like obvious, just hear me out. The second thing is you're going to actually need a meal plan to follow. The problem when you're skinny is that you're just kind of winging it. I could wake up, even now, man, I could wake up and go 3 to 4 hours without eating, sometimes longer. Like I could make it all the way to lunchtime and, eat 1 meal a day and I would be fine. It's like naturally, that's just where my body's at. So if I just leave it up to chance or I just try to wing it and I just eat like random things throughout the day, that's why I'm going to stay skinny. That's why you're going to stay skinny. You need an actual plan to follow. And that's what I'm about to lay out in this video. I'm going to show you breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, and then another snack. So you have all of the tools you need and all you have to do is execute. The most important thing though is going to be liquid calories. So right here is a gallon of whole milk. Now, a lot of people can't tolerate dairy, so I have another option for you. But when you are a skinny guy, you need to prioritize liquid calories because like I said in the start of this video is people will tell you to eat like chicken and rice and, beef and rice and broccoli and all these like bodybuilding foods. But guess what? They're super satiating because they're real nutrient dense whole foods. So naturally, they're going to fill you up. And if you're skinny and you struggle with an appetite and a high metabolism, you're probably going to eat like once or twice a day because that's what I did. So the next step is liquid calories. And if you can't tolerate dairy, then I have another option. But if you can, whole milk is probably the best thing that you can do. But what I want to caution you on is that a lot of times people will just tell you, hey, eat as much as you can, eat all this food. But what that's going to lead to is excessive fat gain and stretch marks. So if you just start, downing a gallon of whole milk every day, like you're probably going to get messed up. You're probably going to have skin issues. You're probably going to have some weird reactions. So you want to do this in like a controlled way. You don't want to just like eat everything in sight. And that's why in this video, I'm not going to recommend like a bunch of processed BS food. So step number 1 is prioritizing liquid calories. And what I'm about to jump into is a protein smoothie that literally is a reason I was able to put on 20 or 30 pounds of muscle because like I said, I was skinny and I struggled to put on weight. Once I found this smoothie, started making it, I drink it in the morning and night. It's an additional 500 to even 1,000 calories depending on what you use. So I'm gonna show you the ingredients right now. The first thing you're gonna need is some type of blender. It doesn't have to be a NutriBullet. It can be a cheap, $20 Walmart blender. Just get you a blender. If you plan on actually doing this though, invest in a $60, $70 NutriBullet because it comes with like a smoothie top. So whenever you finish it, you just screw on the top and you can take it with you to work. All right, so what we're gonna be making this smoothie with, we're gonna start with some organic almond milk. If you can tolerate dairy, you would use whole milk for a lot more calories. We're gonna be using medjool dates. This is just a natural sweetener and they're super high in carbohydrates and it's a superfood. And then for another sweetener, we're gonna be using raw honey. For healthy fats, we're gonna be using organic almond butter. And then whatever protein you have is what I'm gonna recommend. It's really up to your preference on what you wanna use, but depending on the total amount you use per serving of these ingredients is how much you're actually gonna get as far as calories. All right, so here's meal number one. That is the protein smoothie. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you've ever had anything from Smoothie King, or you've had smoothies, you enjoy smoothies, give this one a try. If you're a picky eater, because I used to be extremely picky, I didn't even know what a date was. So medjool dates, honey, all the things that I put in there, man, I'm telling you right now, it is one of the best smoothies I've ever had. And I've been making it for like 3 to 4 years and I'm still not tired of it. So you can go back to, the other videos that I posted in the past and you'll see that I've been making the same exact smoothie. Now, if you don't like almond butter, feel free to use peanut butter, vice versa. So that's meal number one. You can use this for breakfast. If you are a super busy person, this is a perfect thing. It takes 5 minutes to make in the morning. You can throw the smoothie top on there and then throw it in your lunchbox or have it on the way to work. So now we'll jump into meal number two. All right, so for meal number two, we're gonna keep it super simple. And guys, I think I mentioned this in the start, but I don't eat much processed food. I focus on whole, nutrient dense, real foods. I think this is the healthiest way you can eat, to thrive and to have energy on a daily basis. So this meal is consisting of ground beef, mixed bell peppers. Normally I would do a sweet onion, but I forgot to get them at the store yesterday. And for the carbs, we're doing yellow potatoes. I like to cut these up in cubes. They cook really good like this, about 20-25 minutes in the air fryer. So right now the air fryer is preheating. I'm gonna season up the potatoes, season up the bell peppers, and then I'm gonna add about a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon, I don't measure it, of avocado oil in the bell peppers. Mix those up, and also the potatoes. So the air fryer is preheated. You can see it's about 22 minutes. As I'm sauteing the peppers and getting all this started, I'll flip the potatoes about halfway through. Bell peppers are going in, saute those up, and then I'll switch those over into another bowl once they're done at about 5 minutes. And then we're gonna start cooking the ground beef. So same as the bell peppers and potatoes, I just use chili lime, garlic, and onion powder, and a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. And there's my dog Rambo, hoping I'm gonna feed him. And potatoes are done. Finish off with an avocado. And guys, this right here, you cannot beat a meal like this. It's about 8 ounces of ground beef, 150 grams of yellow potatoes. You got your healthy fats. This is a signature whole food, nutrient dense meal to feel good. So enjoy. That's meal two. All right, so time for a snack. We're doing a protein shake with whole milk. I think there's like 12 ounces, and then a scoop of protein. And then for the carbohydrates, doing a banana. Tomorrow is a training session. I'm hitting a push workout. So carbing up today. I don't really care about how many fats versus carbs I get, as long as I keep a balance and as long as I'm hitting my protein goal. That's my main thing. I'm about 185 pounds right now, so if I get around 180 to 190 grams of protein a day, like that's good for me. So I'm gonna edit the video you guys are watching now and have the snack. So one banana and then a whole milk protein shake. All right, guys, so we're on to the final meal. Now, you could do another snack if you want the additional calories. I would say right now we're probably sitting somewhere between 2,600 to 3,000 calories. Once again, depending on how much beef you use, depending on how much, almond butter, you can get into like the nitty gritty and weigh all this stuff out. I've done it for so long that I pretty much just eyeball my calories. I weigh myself pretty much every day, and then also just look in the mirror and see if I can kind of see, fluctuations. So this last meal is going to be chicken breast and jasmine rice. Now I'll also do an onion and some bell peppers. And what that leads me to tell you guys is what you're seeing in this video, this isn't me like every day cooking like this. This is where like being disciplined, being routine oriented, having a plan for your day comes into place. Because if you're just, sitting here cooking meals from scratch all day, like that's where all your time's gonna go. And I imagine, if you're in college or if you're working a demanding job, you probably don't have that much time. So what you're seeing like right now isn't what I'm always doing. I don't just cook from scratch. I try to prep these meals in advance for at least 2 to 3 days. So, I'll bulk cook, 2 to 3 pounds of ground beef. I'll cook 2 or 3 packs of chicken. But I wanted to actually take you guys through like step by step how I'm making these meals, so you can see that it's not that difficult to eat healthy. And I can promise you guys, if you give up the bullshit food, if you give up the fast food, you give up all these things, your life is gonna get so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. and you're going to understand that like you were just addicted to those cravings. Like you're addicted to the food. It's not that you need those things. Your brain just tells you need those. And once you get off of those and you move to more of a nutritious whole food diet, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because now you might be like looking at some of these foods I'm eating and you're like, that kind of looks gross, or that doesn't seem, to be good. But to me, it's what I crave. And so for like a sweet tooth, I still will do some like chocolate every now and then. But for the most part, I get my sweet tooth fixed from, raw honey and the smoothies. So hope you guys are enjoying this. I think this is like one of the deeper videos of me actually doing like talking heads and going into detail on what I'm eating. If you have questions, comment below, leave a like if you're enjoying the content. We're going to jump into the chicken and rice meal, which it's chicken and rice, guys, but maybe you don't know how to cook. Maybe you only know how to use a microwave. So that's why I make these videos, is because you never know who's going to be watching. Maybe you'll learn something. So if you were to invest in one piece of equipment in your kitchen, it would be a pressure cooker / air fryer. I use the Ninja Foodi, and as you could see earlier, I made potatoes, the yellow potatoes in that. I air fried them, and now I'm going to switch out and just do the jasmine rice, which is like hitting 2 buttons and, washing your rice first. So super easy. We're going to cook in avocado oil on the chicken, season it with chili lime. I put it on everything. So like I said, we have chicken and jasmine rice, the standard bodybuilding meal. Also, you can't forget the avocado, the healthy fats. And that's it, guys. I've now given you the exact step-by-step meal plan that if I was skinny, this is exactly what I would eat. So the only thing that's going to stop you now is consistency and having a routine. Like I said, preparing these meals, it takes a lot of time. So if you work a demanding job, if you are a super busy person, you need to prioritize a Sunday, cook for 2 or 3 days, and then on a Wednesday, do it again. What keeps people from getting fit? Because at the end of the day, whole purpose of my channel is making fitness and nutrition simple. The thing that keeps people from getting fit is that they're inconsistent. It's anything you do in life, you're going to start at the bottom. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to spin your wheels. You're going to come across some information. It's your choice to either implement it and follow it or not. So if you're skinny right now and you're watching this and you're fed up, you're frustrated, you don't like what you see in the mirror, take action. It's all you have to do. You take action, you stack the days. Every single day, just live in day-tight compartments. Win the day. Do exactly what you know you're supposed to. Do the inputs. Eat the food. Even when you don't feel like it. There's going to be days when you don't feel like it, I promise you. So that wraps up the video. Appreciate you guys watching. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching, I help people go from skinny to jacked every single day. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. If you need more of a hands-off approach and you're just looking for a workout program, check out the link below this video in the description. My workout program, Average to Jacked, it takes you step by step and shows you exactly what to do to build a strong and aesthetic physique. That wraps up the video. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.